Our guest panelists this morning include Wanda Baker, who is your website, bakersbeans.ca. Some great recipe ideas, some creative recipe ideas.
We're still munching on the pizza muffins you brought.
Oh my gosh, it's amazing. I don't know if it's good etiquette, but we're going to find out. Maria Dahl, certified etiquette consultant, is also on panel with us this morning. Good morning, Maria.
Hi.
And also Go Calgary. Aaron Strait, host of Go Calgary, is here joining us. You are expecting, young lady.
I sure am.
Congratulations.
And I've had too many pizza muffins. No, yeah,
You can never have enough, Aaron.
expecting number 2.
Great to have you all here this morning. Thank you. Jumping into some of the other things that we were talking about this morning about, do you want to talk about the skate park or do you want to get right into the trending poll?
We'll talk about the Tony Hawk has decided, so Tony Hawk has a foundation. He's a pro skateboarder out of California. And there's a skate park going into the Edgemont area. And it's been a little controversial. Some people don't want the in my backyard kind of thing, while other people are really for the skate park. And now the Tony Hawk Foundation is actually speaking up all the way from California about the skate park going into our city, saying that it needs to be here. It's very important for that area. What do we think that this issue has become so big that a pro skateboarder has actually weighed in from California?
I don't understand the resistance. It keeps kids busy, it keeps kids active, it keeps kids physical. Why would we not want this? I don't understand.
There may be a bit of sort of the underground criminal element as well, whether it be drugs,
That's a good point.
promoting drugs, and that kind of thing becomes a haven for that as well, which can happen. It doesn't mean all will happen, but it could.
But are there things we can put in place that would prevent it to go the other way? I'm sure that there are ways that have curved that in other areas.
Camera surveillance and that kind of thing.
Security. I mean, that goes back to a larger issue of, again, parenting our kids and doing the things right at home and instilling those values in them.
Right and wrong.
And right and wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, there could be all that kind of underground element on a baseball diamond as well. Or, some kids aren't into your certain sports that are maybe a little bit more popular, the hockey, the baseball, the stuff. They want to get out there and skate. And
my boys are a perfect example, Aaron.
Yeah.
They don't mind the basketball, they don't mind the volleyball, but they would rather go skateboarding, try some snowboarding. They want to do something different.
And something individual sometimes, right?
Not always in the traditional type of sports. So they want to try something different. So a skate park gives them an opportunity to try and experiment and find out who they are.
And especially if you don't have a bunch of friends, like basketball's kind of tough when there's only 1 or 2 of you. It gets boring really fast. But if you have a skate park, you can go on your skateboard, you can be alone.
Yeah.
Our trending poll question this morning, let's see if we can jump on this one, is asking you, do parents expect too much from their kids? Well, we gave you 3 options, simple ones, and here's how you're voting so far. You're saying yes, parents do expect too much from their kids. We have a panel of parents. Wanda, do you expect too much from your child?
I don't think I expect any more from my children than my parents expected from me. I expect them to go to school, pay attention, focus, do their homework. If they're trying a sport or a new sport, follow through. Those are my expectations. But do I expect them to come home with A's? No. I expect them to do their best and try.
In general, though, nowadays there's kids they're in band, they're in strings, they've got extra science classes after school, then they've got soccer and basketball. Is that too much?
Yes.
Yeah,
I think so.
What is too much?
I think that if there's more than 1 or 2 extracurricular activities, they don't have a chance to sort of have a little bit of downtime, just sort of process everything and just be kids and have fun. Instead of, and now it's come to the point where, my kids were younger, would they just get outside and play with a bunch of the neighborhood kids, and now it's, I have to pencil you in, I have to get a play date. Hold on, just a minute, I'll see if little Bobby is ready for you. Like, when did that happen? And now we arrange play dates. I realize that's important too, to arrange play dates as well. But still, kids should be able to get outside and just play and have other kids around.
Yeah, but Aaron, where does that start, though? It starts from parenting, right? It starts from the parents saying, we have an expectation that you're going to play hockey, you're going to da-da-da-da, you're going to have play string instruments, whatever. It starts from us.
I guess so, and that makes me really sad. It makes me really sad as a mom of a young one to see that we expect too much from their kids. I never felt that pressure from my parents ever. It was, if anything, I felt pressure to just play by yourself sometimes. We're not going to entertain you all the time. And I think it's important for kids, to learn to be self-sufficient. But
yes.
But we want them to succeed, though, right? Wanda, we want the best for our kids to be great. So her little 2-year-old, you want her to be incredible.
I do, but
That's
more
an
importantly,
expectation.
I want her to be happy. You know, I want her to be happy, and I want her to be well-rounded, and I don't want her to be taking anxiety medication when she's
No
7
kidding,
years
eh?
old and
Yep.
not knowing how to deal with, you know, another kid who looks at her cross-eyed or, you know, says they don't like her one day. I want her to be able to, you know,
Strong.
feel like she has those skills and she can come to us for help and not like she has to excel at everything and take on the world because, you know, I think that's part of what we're seeing with those kids that are getting older and graduating university. They don't know how to handle things, and I think that does come with the amount of pressure. And we just need to sit back as parents and remember what it was like for us when we were kids. And you know, I don't think we felt as much pressure as we must be putting on our kids nowadays.
But there are extremes.
Yes.
Okay. So there are some parents who say, "Pfft, go on.
Yeah.
Go on, Kate. Experience the world at 5. And there are some who are saying at the age of 5, you have to have an agenda. You have to mark it down in your calendar. So we have those extremes. We have to find that balance, or we're going to be raising kids who are just confused. They're lost. They'll have no clue what's going on.
It also comes in school. Kids tend to start school at age 5, and they have agendas. They come home with agendas.
Yeah.
So it's the school system as well that's, you know, putting an agenda in front of them and trying to teach them to write things down, so to help you remember. Homework is due, library books. So the school system is also, you know, we never had agendas as children.
No, and there are, I mean, I already see it with other parents that I know of kids my age. At 2 years old, they have them going to preschool 2 days a week, and they have them in dance class, and they have them in gymnastics, and they at 2.5 years old. And I don't understand because I wouldn't have time to get them there and to get them to everything. And I just, you know, we're just now starting to talk about gymnastics class because she's showing those, you know, I want to do somersaults all around the living room and things like that. So, yeah, I think as parents, we just need to relax,
down.
and there's
Here's-
lots of time for
Here's
those
the other
things.
side, though.
Exactly.
Here's the other side. We are raising little adults. We need our kids to make sure they understand how to use an iPad. We need them to understand that there's more to life. Oh yeah, don't we?
I'm
Don't
pretty
we?
sure they'll figure that out pretty quickly.
Well, no, but my point is that that's the other side of the story. If I don't get my little Johnny or my little Janie involved in activities, and then they're going to, I'm setting my child up for failure.
See, the thing is that with that attitude, we're actually end up not raising adults. We still end up raising children because now we're living our life through them.
Agree.
And that's really what it's all about. And that's really detrimental, in my opinion, because we want them to be free beings and adults and embrace who they are and to meet the world head on and be able to handle themselves and be strong, be able to handle the things that life will deal them in a way that with grace and they won't fall apart in the first bad moment in their lives because they've had that kind of that formation all along where they've been able to experience a little failure, a little this, when mom and dad are around and support them, but not doing it for them. Letting them experience it is just so beneficial.
And I think, Erin, you summed it up. At the end of the day, we just want them to be happy, right?
Yeah.
No matter what direction they've
Safe
gone
and
in.
happy.
Yeah.
Safe and happy, great tip. Great tip for a child. What would you give, or to a parent? What tip would you give to a parent? One quick tip.
One quick tip, basically to know that you are raising adults ultimately, and to help your child to understand that living with good manners is important and will definitely be something that will stay with them for the rest of their lives.
Help you with the success as you move farther on into your life.
Absolutely.
One tip that you would give for parents?
Can I relate it to food?
Sure,
You know,
please.
like one bite rule. You know, don't be a short order cook. If you're making a meal and you don't think that they're going to like it, they have to try it. One bite rule. But you can put vegetables on the table. You can put some buns on the table. You can put some cheese sticks on the table. Make sure that there's something for everyone, but just make sure they try something.
Good points.
That's a really
Excellent
good
points.
I like the short order cook thing
Yeah,
too.
nice.
Kitchen closed.
That's perfect.